I grew up, I couldn't even enjoy Star Wars. Like, I was talking to the guy backstage about it. No, really, because I left home. Oh, and then I worked for the Jewish Mafia, the Italian Mafia, and the Colombian Mafia. And then I was a prostitute, which set me free from the Mafia. And then they played a song on a record, said, "My wife and I think you should be a prostitute." I cried, and I got a TV show immediately after. Because I was a hooker till I was 48. But you know what's funny about prostitution? That everything's funny. Really. Like when you walk into a guy's showroom, he goes, "Come up to my showroom." I said, "All right." He's little guy this big with a Sherlock Holmes hat and a pipe, because he wanted to look respectable in the elevator of the garments fashion area. And he'd be like, "Hey, why don't you come by my office sometime?" I was like, "Well, I'm trying to quit prostitution. I got a regular job selling shit, dropping off heroin." And, so I could go back into it. All right, so he's in the elevator. He goes, "We could, you could tell he's been wearing." Come by, and I said, "I could use $300 or 60 or a fucking taco," which is true. No, don't worry. I never felt any of it. Like, it's great if you're gay, but it's not good if you're straight. It feels awful. I just pretended it was wood. I just go, "It's wood. I'm good." I used to blow guys like it was the Operation game, you know? No, you came, Stallion. You know, what was funny is, I was hungry! I was a spoiled middle-class kid. I just couldn't take not being able to take him to one of the best restaurants in Manhattan. So I sucked a dick, bought a Jaeger blazer, nice pair of Brooks Brothers slacks, and I was back in the game. Back in the game. I'm back. Like Paul Newman in The Hustler. I'm back. In The Color of Money, I'm back. A guy blew me, I go, "I'm back." You ever had that Carlito's Way with a cock? When you're straight, and you're like, you realize it's gonna be a long haul. You look at the cock, you're like, "Oh, that's when I knew I was in it all the way for the whole ride." Remember that line? Carlito's Way. All right. No, you know what's funny? You know what's funny is when there's a guy's bald head at the end of your dick, you get crazy thoughts. Like, you're not following any of that shit. I think people should suck dick on the street, eat pussy on the street. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand guys. I don't understand. Like, if people go like, "You suck dick, you must have been gay, you must be, and you're not admitting it. You must be, and you're not admitting it." I'm like, why wouldn't I admit it? Why? Because your grandmother might be upset, so I can't picture people. You know how people respect shit like, "My father's a good person. He raped me till I was 20, but he did the best he could. Even if he didn't rape, he's still a prick. All fathers are pricks, right? All fathers are pricks. All fathers are pricks. You make like you disagree with me, but you love every word. I'm the one tchotchke you take off your shelf and go, "This is my favorite." He's the gremlin from a porno movie. Action figure that I got on eBay. I go on eBay every day. I go on eBay because I'm an American. I go on eBay. I'm a global corporate sheep in mouse clothing with Shih Tzu eyeballs. eBay. You know what I mean? I heard a comic tell eBay jokes for 10 minutes. Nothing but eBay. That means you're afraid of women. That's all. eBay. Why would you be on eBay when you could get rejected by her, much less get accepted? It's so great being rejected. You get shoved into a vortex, spinning around, saying something good's got to come along someday. You know, but instead you're like, "Well, instead of doing that, I'm just going on eBay." Like that's why I was in this state. I don't care about where I was, but I was somewhere, and these guys were talking about Xbox and PSP, and they were white guys and they were older, but they were trying to sound black. That's what was funny. I was on the train, the guy goes, my man. And I said, "Where's the black person?" Really, it was this older white guy, and the other guy goes, "Yeah, son. Yeah, nigga." And then a third animated character walked by and went, "Yeah, cocksucker motherfucker." I'm sorry, I thought this was a cartoon. And the guy goes, you got Xbox? What he said? He goes, you got Xbox? And the guy goes, yeah, but militantly, yeah. You know, got Xbox, cures AIDS, Homeland Defense, yeah. You know what I mean? And the guy goes, it's pretty fascinating, isn't it? It's fascinating, this Xbox. They got millions of games on it, and the games are fascinating. The de-stresses you, that's fascinating. The other guy goes, I agree, it is fascinating. It's fascinating. My kids play the games. Well, my kids are fascinated with it. Everybody in the house is fascinated. And I was like, fascinating? Fascinating? Like, let me tell you about fascinating. If you eat an ass the right way, like really lick hypervigilantly counterclockwise and tango on a dime clockwise and lick the tip, just the tip of the ass with the tip of your tongue, just the tip, just start there, stay there, let it go wherever it's going to go, just the tip of the ass, taste the tanginess, the tip of the ass, and you keep tipping and tapping and tipping with the tip of your tongue, it'll go somewhere, just keep in that one moment, tipping the tongue like a 12-year-old boy waiting for a snowflake to land on his tongue in the middle of a blizzard, and nobody will talk to that boy, that's why he's waiting for that one snowflake to melt throughout his tongue. If you eat an asshole like that 12-year-old boy waiting for a snowflake in a blizzard, you'll never play Xbox again, you won't play Guitar Hero, there's no guitar, you're the opposite of a hero, there's no revolution attached to Dance. I mean, you won't even give a fuck about the iPhone, like, you know you can get the whole screen on the whole screen. The whole screen on the whole screen. Amazing, man. You ever read Even Cowgirls Get the Blues? Don't be righteous about literature. You ever read Even Cowgirls Get the Blues? No, but you can get the whole, you can download books. Have you? No, I downloaded a whole farm and I watched the cow. Just move up and down, wish you fucking good, fucking life is good. That's not an insult, that's a compliment. I'm creating a new way to compliment. From now on, that's a compliment. People get offended, you know what I mean? When guys call a girl a whore, and they do that here, like, if a woman's a good fuck, fuck her again. Don't call her a whore. Like, call her again. Firecrackers at her feet when she's leaving. Really, I think men should do that. Like, really, I'm gonna do that when I finally find out. I'm gonna throw firecrackers at her feet. You know, have friends throw confetti at her while we're in bed. Hold sparklers when we're out to eat. Like, this is a real Independence Day parade. You know? Fuck boundaries, borders, and countries. Look at this. I'm really free. You know what I mean? Because you do have all the answers. I don't know. But like a guy said to me, he goes, Rick, I met the most amazing girl. She was amazing. I said, wow, what did she do? Like, have you fist her while her head's between the wall and the mattress, her legs are in the air? Did she read Oscar Wilde and do ballet naked around the house? Because I'm pretentious. And then he goes, no, she was fucking amazing. She was amazing. He got retarded as, you know, like, she was amazing. She fucked me 8 times. She was on top. She did all the work. I didn't do anything. Sounds awful already. She did all the work. Then she blew me 4 times. Then the next day, she fucked me 4 more times in bed, doing all the work. Next day, she blew me 3 times, then fucked me 4 times. We didn't leave the hotel all weekend. And then Rick, then she blew me again and fucked me again in the hotel room. And when the lights turned on, she had a Nazi hat on and it made a horse noise, because I know how you like that. And then Rick, on the ride home, she fucked me 4 more times. And then she blew me again. And then Rick, she was amazing. She was amazing. When we went to her house, she fucked me 4 more times and blew me 3 more times. She was fucking amazing. What a whore, right, bro? I was like, that's not a whore, buddy, that's God. If I were you, I'd get on my knees and pray to that guy. And dump the whore that's waiting for you at Starbucks unless you want to drink fat coffee at Jew prices and eat waspy muffins in a fake neoconservative, falsely labeled artistic environment. Label shit! That's a little label, right? Why do your head float? You know, it's like for a comedian to look at you and it's like your head floats. You know, but you're not allowed to talk about the dream state. It's called the dream state. It's just called being alive. It's a dream state. It's a dream state. When you met her, you were in a dream state, right? Yeah, you weren't like, okay, I asked her out. Was hoping eventually I'd like her, eventually, because I'm a realist. I mean, but we give, you know, because if we were really in a dream state, we'd march down the streets with guns. You know? You ever get that first thought early in the morning? Everybody gets it.